But he was in Wilmer all weekend, played hockey all,
Yeah.
just worn down.
Oh,
He
right.
can still hang in there.
Yeah,
Did you go to
nope, we
Wilmer?
landed and everything. I was
didn't-
very happy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I
we
was
had a
getting
dividing
for that, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna get better.
I don't want this out. This is.
Okay.
The draft that we can start the
Start working
conversation.
with?
If you, like say.
Perfect.
Come to, and I apologize, we can definitely look at Tuesdays or.
No, that's okay,
whatever.
like I said, it doesn't revolve all around me, but yeah,
Oh,
I'll
no.
take a peek at this and see
like
what
I said,
I'm.
Look at if you have any, thoughts or whatever, shoot it my way. The only different, so like these are holidays.
Yep,
There's something back here, so we took in, a couple of days here.
yeah, no, I don't want
But-
to see that 2 week mark,
Well, it's put.
March
we
here.
put those days can move, just like.
Yeah,
service
yeah.
Days and stuff, but it's a starting point for that group.
Yeah, it's good to have a place to look and see what, yeah, Jeff.
What else will come, this is just,
Contract days
make
and-
Sure.
Yep.
Got everything covered,
Perfect,
but,
yeah, I'll take a peek and it's a place to start.
Thank you.
Yeah, there was one, gosh, it was last Tuesday, I think, like, there was so many girls out on the varsity. Team, like,
Mm,
sick, there was like 6 girls out.
Beverly was one of them,
Yeah,
yeah, they've been through it.
oh, man,
Jason was sick, Jet House has been sick.
Yeah.
Sully, like I think Barsdale known how it's strong.
yeah, right,
I'm like, "Oh, whatever you're doing is working.
right, just stay in your hole.
Stay away.
No, Jason, like Chelsea was telling me that she thought Jason had like pneumonia and didn't
I
go
know.
in, and so I was talking to him at the hockey game the other day, and he was still coughing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
God, that sounds terrible.
I wonder if he didn't have. it,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
And maybe just felt shitty enough that he was like, I can't. But yeah, he was mad at her for even suggesting pneumonia.
Well, no.
Like, well, it's going around.
It is, totally.
Yeah. Okay. And is it just, all right.
Didn't even see you come in, Amanda.
Oh,
You were stealthy.
yeah, that's me. No,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a
I
ninja.
said I didn't even hear her come in. She's stealthy. How you doing? I heard Valley's been through it with sickness too. Yeah.
There was a day last week where we had 160 kids out, or 500.
Out of 500. Ooh.
It's been.
Oh. I didn't even turn mine on. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking right now, like, what's the best time in the world?
Yeah. That's a good question.
.0 is to approve the agenda as presented in board book.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or discussions? All right, all those in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 5.0 communications and reports. Superintendent.
Okay, couple things. First of all, because I keep forgetting to put out kind of in my weekly update, we want to update the picture for the school board. Can we set next meeting?
Yes.
And I guess I'm asking the last one, the only one I've ever looked at, you were in EGF kind of attire. Do you want that? Do you want more of a dressed up? Do you want,
What's the date?
It's the 10th of February.
I'll be gone.
then we should probably look at the one after that, because I mean, we want to try and do it
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah,
it's
relatively
here.
soon.
Yeah.
So maybe the last, and I will be honest, there are a couple shirts in our office. If someone didn't have something.
Is that
EGF,
what we want to do again?
I don't know. It's up to you guys. I'm
That
asking.
works for me.
Unless we go in the morning, because I have a basketball game that night.
We can all meet in the morning if it's good with everyone else.
I don't-
We can talk about it later
Yeah,
or now.
we can talk about it now. Does mornings work for you if we do like a 7
Uh,
AM meeting?
Yeah, if I have to, I can make it work.
Are you- Okay.
Well, I mean, just for the picture, we don't have.
Oh,
I-
yeah,
I
we
mean,
can
I
just
mean,
pop in for the
Josh may
picture.
miss I mean, I don't know if there's gonna be anything drastic. I mean,
I mean, is it urgent? We
No,
can
it's
wait.
not.
Yeah,
I
we can
mean,
wait
We can wait till the next one.
second meeting.
That's fine.
So that date would be.
The, yeah, 24th?
Yep.
that works. And I'll try and remind in
Yeah,
weekly,
that'd
but
be nice.
I just keep forgetting. 'cause-
Yeah.
Do we want to do EGF gear? I know, I don't know, like,
Or do you want?
do we need to clothe our new
You would
people
need
with
some-
EGF gear? Because we all got it at, at one point from.
I guess I don't know what's
Yeah.
been done. We can
Yeah.
surely, if that's been done in the past.
Yeah.
let's-
Want to take a picture of that?
Okay.
I'll be
He's
honest,
ready, but-
I went to, geez, I won't think of it, over across the tracks going south. That's where I got a couple shirts. I don't know if that's
Mhm.
what's been done.
That's where I got
We had
mine.
Some like polos and.
Yeah.
A polo and a quarter zip or something that we had,
Yeah.
that Comus gave us, but that was a while ago.
Well, we don't have to do EGF gear.
No.
We can.
No, you
dress-
can do just
wanna
nice.
Just dress nice? Let's just dress. nice.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
Okay, and I'll put a reminder for 20. Try.
24th, dress nice.
talking about our outfits on the school board.
Couple things, just giving you heads up, things coming up, February 5th and February 18th. February 5th is UND, February 18th is, I just went mind blocked. Mayville, they both have job fairs. And so, Nancy and I, or possibly, myself and someone else are gonna go to those. The UND one, I don't think costs anything, other than our time. Mayville costs $75 because you get lunch for two people. But the Mayville one is, well, both of them are Mayville's only education, students. The other one, is education along with some others. But we think at least at this point, we have a sped that we never filled. We have an elementary position.
Mhm.
We're gonna have, or we have the, Steph Larson's, the academy position. And whatever else, community ed, technically, we're gonna at some point post, long-term. So just so or you're aware, or if
Yep.
someone sees it, we're gonna take care of that, or, participate in those, let's put it that way. I do encourage approval of the community ed contract today. Just so you're aware, it's a similar contract, less 1 day.
Mhm.
And like I say, as we mentioned last time, you save on TRA for this point. But that's the only difference in that contract. Pay equity report, if you saw in here, just if anyone's not aware, we have to do that, and it's reporting. It's a state report that we put in, number of employees in different categories. That's not what they make. And it's trying to look, I'm gonna say, so that we're not biased towards like males, paying them a lot more than we would in this, that. I don't foresee any problems, but for the most part, the board has to approve, and we'll get it to our business office, Carla will get it sent in, and we'll make sure we're on the up and up. And again, can ask more questions. I just wanted to give a heads up. Still working on the survey, just haven't had a lot of time in the last 2 weeks to move too much farther on that, so that'll be coming. Our plan is to have an updated budget at the next board meeting. Again, just throwing that out there, and then we will start the, say, process for, staffing and enrollment and everything else, but, you know, the majority comes from our staff. And so we want to make sure what we have is correct and we're about there, Carla's about there, I should say. I'm not going to take credit, you know, for that. I did want to throw out, and I think I mentioned, but I don't remember. We set committees last time. MSBA does have a negotiation training. There, it's in person on February 25th, which is a Tuesday. It's an all-day deal. But they do also have, and I didn't see this before, and I don't know why, they do have virtual sessions, and they're coming up, and they say something came across that we can still add people. So I'm just throwing out, it's this Thursday and the following Thursday. If anyone wants to participate, 6 to 9 o'clock. And again, it's not a requirement or anything like that, but we have to register. And again, not saying it just has to be that committee, you know, or people that's on there now. So if anyone's interested, let me know. We'd be probably pushing it to get the materials for this week, but again, you don't need them. They would be here after it's all supporting. So I'm gonna throw that out there.
Where's the in-person?
The in-person is at Erskine, and I'd be more than happy to attend. I'll be honest, I've never done MSBA's. If someone wanted to go,
That was the February, what was?
it's Tuesday, February 25th from 9 to 4.
Okay,
If someone's interested, same thing, or anyone else, be more than happy. We have to register you through the office and we would, you know, get you there, so to speak, but, yeah, let me know. MREA, Minnesota Rural Education Association is something we belong to. Darren, I think you say Strasdal, is the last, was in and stopped by, and just anyone wants to take this and look through it. They do, they have an email listserv. Again, if you look for the MREA website, you can get enrolled. The other one I was going to mention is MSBA too. If you haven't, there's different offerings, whether you want to be on their email list of everything. It's getting signed up. You know, we don't enroll you in any of those. I mean, I can help by any means, but if anyone wants to take and look through this, you know, it just has some more explanation. Again, this is for rural schools in which they support, and the majority of rural schools belong. I mean, I'm not sure. I guess I didn't look at it. Guessing there's a map in here. It was down to very few that didn't at one time, not too many years ago. And the last call, and I mentioned this last time, if anyone wants to, it's due by February 1st. Put your name in the hat for this Northwest Regional Development Commission to be on their board. They meet 4 Tuesdays. I think it was 4 Tuesdays quarterly. I just throw it out there. So, I think that's all. That's all I have, unless anyone has any questions right now.
Any questions? Thank you. I don't think we have principals here to talk, but we do have the preschool here to talk tonight.
You want me to grab, why don't I just, you guys can all stay. I'll stay a week and I'm done.
Yep.
There we go. All right, so back, I don't know if it was November or December, we had talked about that preschool's doing letters training, letters for early childhood. And so we just wanted to kind of give you a little update as to what letters is and the work we're doing. Letters for preschool, and we are the only one doing letters training, and Pam Sorensen from Title is also doing it with us. She's done it previously, but doing a refresher. Well, she did the elementary, now she's doing the early childhood part. So she's sitting in with us as well. So we just wanted to share some information with you and let you know what letters is all about. It went away.
Can I go back to your presentation?
Where'd it go?
In your Google?
Where'd my Google go?
What do you think?
Touched it.
You touched it.
I'm sorry. Nicole shared it with me though, so I don't know.
No. Oh,
Yep, I don't know.
The letters.
Okay. Sorry about that. There we go.
Okay, so letters is not, so a lot of people were kind of confused on the point. Letters is not a curriculum. It's actually just a program for us. A while, I think it was a couple, maybe 2 years ago, they decided to go back to the science of reading, which is kind of the old school way of teaching reading. They went away from guided reading to this, and it's kind of a new way for all of us teachers to learn. A lot of us didn't learn this way when we went to school, and even in college, a lot of us didn't get this science of reading. So it's been really nice, and I will say a lot of it that we're only halfway through it, but a lot of it we've already started to implement into our classroom. And the cool thing about it is they talked about like the main thing with it. They said with early childhood, it's hard to teach reading. Like reading isn't huge in early childhood, but you can teach alphabet knowledge, how to read a book. A lot of times kids at home aren't getting that stuff. We think that they will, but they don't come to us with a lot of that stuff. The other big things were phonemic awareness. So those are like letter sounds. Those are something a lot of times we didn't even think of really teaching. Because we want to, yeah, this early.
This early, but actually letter sounds and auditory learning is a lot more important than visual.
Yep. And then the last thing was executive functioning. And that's just like how kids can listen to an instruction given to them and take it and do what they're supposed to be doing. So those three things have kind of really helped us.
Letters, I know some think you're just learning about alphabet, which it isn't. It's an acronym. It stands for Language Essentials for Teachers of Reading and Science. It, like we said, it's kind of our part of the READ Act, even though we weren't mandated to do that this young. We don't want to meet just the bare minimum requirements. We want to go over and above. We have such a big preschool program that we can support these children young, knowing that birth through 5 is the most important years, for development. So science of reading being that this process is based off of scientific findings. It's not just educators. It was in the field of everything, psychology, and looking into understanding. I guess this kind of is an aha moment for a lot of people when I talk about this, because I like talking about this thing. Reading's not natural. Actually, speaking is natural. Your brain is wired for that. You will catch on as an infant to babbling and making sounds and speaking. That's normal. That's how you were created. But reading is not. It's not normal. You have to be taught how to read. It will not just come if you put words in front of your face.
And they
These
kinda-
lines and curves, we need to teach them. They mean something.
Yeah.
They are connected to spoken language. And this is what a lot of letters is based around at our level. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, they kind of talked about when we were going through the first initial part of the program too, like that's a big aha moment for parents too, because all the things before that come naturally. You think about like speaking, walking, all of the things, eating kind of comes naturally because you're watching other people doing it. And they said, even if you sat there and put a kid in front of somebody who read to them every single day or even like watched, they're still not gonna learn. They need to be explicitly taught how to.
And it actually does begin with preschool.
Yep.
A lot of people don't think that it's just preschool is babysitting, right? Because you're just with young kids and you're playing, but it's intentional. That's what we do. And that's what letters is teaching us, intentionally teaching these early reading skills. So I'm really excited about it. I think as a team, we all were excited.
Yeah,
because it was
we were.
finally professional development that was geared to preschool teachers. We weren't taking elementary professional development and watering it down for us, or taking the bits and pieces that
Yeah.
worked for us and see if it worked or didn't work. It was made for us, so that's kind of rare, unfortunately, but we're really excited about it. We still have a ways to go,
We do.
but learning a lot, doing these every other Wednesday outs. That's when we meet and work on it. There's at-home work that we have to do, and also studies with our specific students. We had to pick 3 students, and we do specific things with them
Yeah.
and watching their growth and their assessments. So it's been fun to see that already, just from the fall to winter now, and we still have halfway to go, but.
One of the things we really wanted to stress too was, and I know you hear this from every group of teachers, but the importance of the Wednesday time. Because we're in 3 different locations, getting together, if we were to meet after the school day, our last preschool class gets out at 3:15. So by the time that we all got to the same location, it'd be 3:20. So then you'd have about 20 minutes to work together as a team.
Yeah.
But what these early out Wednesdays allow us to do is be together for a good hour and a half of quality time, working together, talking about what's working in our classroom, what's not working in our classroom, and how this is all gonna fit the science of reading into our daily curriculum. So it really has, for the preschool portion especially, been super useful and time well spent.
I will, yeah.
I think it's hard to leave on Wednesdays,
Yeah.
truthfully,
Yeah.
and for all of us, we end up staying there after hours even, and just because you finally get that time. We don't get lunch together because we're in different buildings. We don't get recess time together to catch up or brainstorm or bounce ideas off each other. So this Wednesday time has been really helpful for us.
It has, yeah.
So this letter science of reading that we're doing, it is, like she said, it's been impactful for everyone. We're rethinking how we teach kids and how we structure our classrooms, and things we put in and out of our classrooms all have a purpose
Yeah.
and a function. So
And it's been super nice to all be at the same building and just doing the same thing. Because when you're at 3 separate buildings, it's hard to even, stay on the same track at every building. Because over there, the 2 of them might be doing something, and Ashley might be jumping off of New Heights or something. And then there's the 3 of us. So it has been really nice to follow the same kind of procedure and stuff and see how it's working in the classroom.
but we just wanted to give you a little update and let you know that we're working hard.
On to like kindergarten and upward into like that elementary age, because if we start now, then it just keeps progressing later on as they keep learning and growing with reading.
Help me out, and I apologize. I think
No.
I know the 3 of you, but just
Yes,
so I
totally
don't.
did.
Yeah.
Herself, yeah.
I'm Nicole Pecca.
Ashley McMahon, I'm the super pre-K at New Heights.
Anna Christian.
Thank you. I apologize. I just.
That's okay.
So is the science of reading like sounding it out? Like, or is that guided reading? Because I'm really just curious because
So
I,
like, the main thing behind the science, like the main takeaway that I'm getting like behind the science of reading is like piecing it out. Like before we're guided reading, you would do like separate tables of different things. Well, now like you have to make sure that they get all to the point of knowing all the letters and knowing all those sounds. And even like, I could ask you guys, what does Q say?
This one's fun.
This one is fun.
Sound
What,
is Q-mate.
what sound does Q make? So now we're learning it, it's Q, because it's Q and U together. So like a lot of the letter sounds have even changed, and
Letter
that's
sounds
like
have changed a
stuff
ton
that
for all of us.
we're learning through this, and that the science of reading kind of has figured out from different people.
Well, and just kind of trickling down from K and above, they have maybe heard some of these specific things, and the New Heights team has been really good at trickling things to me, but then doesn't always get to all the other buildings.
Yeah.
Also trying to get everyone on the same page. So they're more successful when they get up to New Heights and on their reading levels. So the science reading really is just it's comprehensive understanding of the reading process based off of scientific findings. That's what it is. It's just not
Yeah.
educators saying in one way, this is how we should learn. It's scientifically been.
And it's all the components put together, so.
Yeah.
You can see the sounds, the phonics.
Scarborough's road.
Yeah,
right.
It works, yeah.
we're hoping we can give them a slight edge.
They definitely-
Any other
they-
questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, any committee reports?
I don't have, other than we have a calendar committee coming up in a week or so, and Other than that, I don't think I have anything right now.
Thank you. 6.0 is the consent agenda. I'll move to approve the consent agenda as presented. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any questions or discussion on the consent? I don't know, I can't say that. Consent agenda tonight? Anything pulled? Okay, all those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Consent agenda is approved. Moving on to 7.0 for opportunities for citizens to speak. None? Okay. 8.0 is district business. The 8.1 is to approve the 2025 pay equity report as presented and attached in board book.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or discussions? Okay, all those in favor of approving the pay equity report, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 8.2 is to accept donations to the school district.
Maybe it does, don't I? Okay. All right, it's really small. Hang on. All right, I will move to accept the following donations. A donation from East Grand Forks Arts and Crafts to Senior High Music for risers and light board in the amount of $11,493.14. A donation from Mary Hendrickson to South Point for student needs in the amount of $50. Sorry, I'm just trying to read what this second line's saying. I don't know. And then a donation from East Grand Forks Boosters to Senior High Music and CMS Music for CMS light board, French horn, a tuba, and a light board in the amount of $9,411.99. Total donations tonight are $20,955.13.
That was a motion, right?
That was a motion.
I'll second.
Any questions or discussion? All those in favor of accepting the donations, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 9.0 is payment of claims and accounts.
I'll make the motion to approve the payment of the K-12 bills 128662 through 128762 in the amount of $179,022.97.
I'll second.
Any questions or discussion? All those in favor of paying claims and accounts, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. On the board member comments, Amanda, we'll start with you.
I learned a lot at the MSBA conference. One of the things that I learned that I thought was really interesting was grow your own for special ed. For special ed, which is where you take paras from inside the school and help train them to do special ed, and then you can actually get a whole bunch of federal grants to pay for their schooling and to pay for their comp time, which is really cool. I mean, you'd have to have extra paras if you were gonna solely take them for the special ed training. But that was one of the highlights that I learned from
You
that.
have like the information from that.
Yeah, I can give it to you, yeah. Other than that, I don't have anything.
One caveat to that, the state had a program or has programs going on. We had 3 apply and they all got turned down. I mean, they had more applications, I guess, than money.
Oh,
We do have a para that is enrolled and taking classes. I talked to him today. There may be more than one. I mean, it's one I'm aware of, but I mean, I guess I was very hopeful when I didn't realize
Yeah.
they'd run out of money, type deal, and how they selected, I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, it's been proven to be effective on anything, whether it's admin,
Yeah.
whether it's,
Sure.
parents,
Right now, the
teachers.
state only does, the special ed, like MSUM is the one who does it.
Okay.
And right now they only have special ed, but they're hoping to get like other training things set up. You have to join, I'll send you the information. It's a
Yeah.
lot of words that I've never used before, so I don't remember all of them exactly.
Great. Holly.
Thank you guys for presenting. Letters is a really awesome training and I'm excited to see how it pans out in our district. Otherwise I don't have anything tonight. It's a short meeting.
Yeah. Matt.
I did get a chance to go through a lot of the comments that you sent out regarding the survey that we talked about last time. One of the questions for students was, name 2 things you like about our schools. And the vast majority of students, their responses were the teachers here. So I just want to kind of tip my hat to the teachers. seeing all those comments about that. And then, yeah, thank you preschooler teachers for coming and presenting. I'm excited. I have a preschooler next year, so I'm excited to, see it in person.
I just wanted to give a big shout out. I mean, we have a lot of sick kids, sick staff, and everyone that's stepping up and doing extra things to help out to make sure that our schools are still running and still being able to somehow run fluently. Thank you to everybody that's stepping up and helping in those situations.
Well said.
Well
I don't-
said.
Yeah, I don't have anything
Knock
to add.
on wood, the state reported today, they think we've turned the,
the
you know,
corner.
One over the hump.
but, I mean,
Good.
exactly locally and this and that, I don't know. I talked to Christie
Goodness,
last week.
Yes, and talking to everybody, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
No, I appreciate you guys coming in as well. I had no idea what that was about, like letters before you explained it, so I mean, I trusted, but I appreciate knowing more about it. And I agree, shout out to the teachers. They do a phenomenal job in this district, and yes, thank you for sending our sick kids home. And, and, the MSBA conference was good otherwise, I mean, good. And I don't have anything else for this meeting. So the next meeting for the Board of Education will be February 10th, 2025 at 5:30 PM. Josh will be gone. If anybody else is gone, please let me know because we want to proceed with a quorum. But I'll take a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any questions or discussion on adjourning? All those in favor say aye.
I
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody.